Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. In this very latest Moon Lambo Hot Jam, I want to share with you some information pertaining to XRP on-chain metrics, which indicate XRP investors are holding strong. You'll see what I'm talking about. Like XRP, it's not moving. Holders are just holding. And this is what you want to see. You don't want to see a bunch of paper hands. If you're seeing that type of trend right now, there would be certainly be an on-chain metric you could consider at least in trying to figure out if it's more probable than not that the price would go down. But to the contrary, we haven't seen activity quite like this since much earlier in the year. And I'll go through the specifics with you very soon here, but it's actually really positive stuff ultimately. And also, it's good to see, although XRP, the price of XRP is clearly suppressed artificially due to the SEC going after Ripple, ever since that initial drop about a year ago, and then there was that bit of a recovery, XRP really has been moving in tandem with the rest of the market. So hopefully, at least at this point, nobody out there is still fearful about whether or not XRP is going to be an outlier in terms of not performing for the duration of this bull market. I still must insist, this is my humble opinion, my unprofessional Joe Schmo opinion, but I feel very strongly that even without sufficient settlement in the SEC versus Ripple case during this bull cycle, I still believe XRP runs, inevitably. And once it starts, nobody's going to be researching XRP, the fundamentals of it, the specifics, is it being adopted, the legal status, none of it. Nobody's going to care. It's just going to be a bunch of retail speculators the world over emotionally responding to what everybody's doing, and they don't want to miss out, and then bam. And so here we are before all of that, enjoying an artificially low price. And we're here first. We're here before that nonsense begins, which really is the time to get into crypto in general, whatever coin it is that you want to hold. That's how I feel anyway. But before going any further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So as I record this, XRP is hovering at 83 cents. It's fine. The crypto markets, they've been range bound for about a week at this point. Not a big deal. And so take a look at this headline from AMB Crypto. Assessing the odds of a possible XRP breakout towards $1. So I'm less interested in the idea of XRP getting back to $1 because as far as I'm concerned, it's an inevitability. So I don't make XRP price predictions, but is there anybody out there that really thinks XRP will never be at that point ever again? Well, I technically don't know for sure. I'd be a little bit surprised. I'm kind of interested in seeing how on-chain metrics are looking. Anyway, the crypto market has subjected itself to quite a few strong corrections since the beginning of this month. Notably, the one witnessed on December 4th was the deepest. On that day, most large cap coins saw their market caps registering losses of 20 to 30%. XRP, the market's 8th largest crypto, was no exception to the aforementioned correction phase. On the said day, the asset's price dipped from 92 cents to 60 cents. However, over the last couple of days, XRP has successfully managed to stop its downtrend. Yeah, so folks, just like I said, it's moving with the rest of the market. There is no good reason to be scared. It has been consolidating of late, with its price revolving around the 61.8% Fibonacci level. Ah, yes, Fibonacci. What a fine Italian restaurant. Try the veal. On Thursday and Friday, XRP did attempt to break above the aforementioned level, but couldn't sustain there for long. The bulls have undoubtedly been able to stop the downtrend, but are they strong enough to reattempt a breakout? Then they have this little subheading, light at the end of the tunnel. Ooh, giving me hope here. At this stage, market participants are quite actively carrying out XRP transactions. Now check this out. As can be seen from the chart attached below, the current active address levels are way higher than what has ever been registered since May of last year. And so not just that, I actually had this pulled up as well. This is XRP scan. You can see this middle chart here. It shows the number of new XRP accounts dating back the last 12 months. And so, yes, there's been some big days here. Like you can look at the middle of November, over 17,000 accounts created a day. A lot of this, I believe that it was created because people have been wanting to participate in the ridiculous number of airdrops that XRP holders have been entitled to, and I think a lot of them are garbage scam crap, and so I haven't been talking about the vast majority of them anyway. But even so, even with a lot of that calming down, and with negative price action in crypto in general, including XRP over the last week by and large, you're still seeing on any given day 4,000 to 5,000 new accounts being created. That's substantially higher than what we've seen over the period. Well, okay, so certainly most of even the last 12 months, but even before, if you go back to like before the SEC action, other than when XRP started going ballistic, you may recall, it was the beginning part of November last year, or maybe it was closer to the middle part of November, whenever it was last year. Yeah, you started to see addresses jump up, but before that, immediately after that, you didn't see the levels that we're seeing today. That's the broader point that I'm making here, and not only that. And this is the XRP rich list here. The only reason I pulled this up is to point out that there have never been more participants in the XRP ecosystem than there are today. As I record this, there are 3,905,897 XRP accounts in existence. And I still think that there are way more XRP holders than 3.9 million. And the reason being is, I don't think that most people that purchase XRP are setting up their own accounts. And so when you purchase XRP on an exchange, the way that it's set up on most exchanges globally is one account. It is a shared account. And so that's why you may have recalled that if you've purchased XRP before, and I'm willing to bet most of you have, there's such a thing as a destination tag, and that's, for lack of a better term, indicates your little sub-address within the main address of the XRP account. And so one account could have, I don't even know how many different XRP holders XRP in it. So given that I really don't believe, like even think in your own life, think about your family and friends, how many of them have actually self-custodied their crypto? Like I'm telling you, for me, my family and friends, most of them haven't really got into it. It's a chore, it's work, it sounds technologically complex to people. There's perceived risk associated with trying to make the move yourself, and then what if you lose your private keys, so on and so on. Like the list of scare reasons like never ends. And so I wouldn't be surprised if it's more like tens of millions of people hold XRP. And so I don't know if there's a good way to come up with that number, but 3.9, I don't think that does it justice. I think the community is much, much bigger than that. Anyways, peace continues though. And when the number of unique active addresses increases, crowd speculation starts taking a concrete shape. Now, buzzing address activity is definitely a good sign, as it doesn't really specify in which direction market participants are more inclined towards. So, to know if at all any bias is present in the market, let's peek into a couple of age-related metrics. The age consumed, for starters, has witnessed a couple of spikes recently. However, it has relatively remained more towards the downside of late, and this essentially implies that previously idle XRP haven't been moving much between addresses. What it also means is that selling pressure isn't dominating the XRP market now. Additionally, the mean coin age metric has also been sliding up, highlighting that, and listen to this, highlighting that hodlers are currently clinging onto their tokens in anticipation of a rally. It's like the people that we're going to get scared and exit the market, they've done so, by and large. And this is kind of in line with what the technical analysts have been saying as well. I think the likes of Credible Crypto, for example, who have been highlighting quite a bit over the last week. He remains firm that it looks like the bottom's in for Bitcoin and XRP, frankly, and just the market in general. And nothing's a certainty, of course, but this would be in line with that. Just look at these on-chain metrics that are being cited here. So there's reason to be positive, right? Anyway, peace continues. So, in the presence of the current accumulation trend and the absence of selling pressure, XRP should successfully be able to break out soon. If it manages to climb above its 61.8% fib level within the next hours, then next days would be quite reminiscent of the initial few days of October. In effect, the asset would, in all likelihood, be able to reclaim $1 soon. Here it is also important to note that the odds of XRP dunking further at this stage are quite slim. And then they go on to note support level of 78 cents specifically. So, Either way, like I'm just saying, things look like they're queued up. You know what I mean? It looks like things are pretty well queued up here. If the analysts that I follow are correct, the bottom's in. And so we'll see here. And again, the price is suppressed, but it's not going to stay like that forever. Once there's, you just wait. I'm telling you, especially once there's clarity, things are going to go ballistic. That would be my expectation anyway. And even outside of that, I still believe inevitably XRP being part of the market, like I said towards the beginning part of this video, it's still going to go. It's still going to go. I feel very strongly about that. We'll see if I'm right, if that is the reality that ends up unfolding. But I don't think that humans are going to stop behaving like humans. And if you don't believe the same thing as me here, I feel like you'd have to believe that humans are going to suddenly start behaving, rationally in a market. And they're not going to FOMO into crypto, because that's not a behavior. Like, that's not what we see in crypto markets. For 12 years, we haven't seen that. It's a bunch of nonsense getting in and out of positions for, by and large, a bunch of coins that don't even do anything, right? People don't care about fundamentals. They don't know what the hell they're doing in this space. So I could not be more optimistic. I think the XRP is it's going to be worth a fortune in the future. There's so many people that have the fortitude to stick with this and invested sufficiently. I believe that they're going to experience life-changing wealth as a result of this. So, again, it's not financial advice, and I don't know your personal situation. I'm not telling you specifically to buy or sell or hold, but I do sure as hell think it's a lot of fun to talk about and speculate. And I think the best days are yet ahead. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.